Good day, everybody. This is Mario Brown, and this is Coffee with Jesus. How you doing today? It's a hot day, man. It's hot today, I'm telling you. But I want to talk to you today over a cup of coffee, although I ain't got no coffee right now. I'm driving. But I want to talk to you today. I was having a conversation with someone, and they were kind of going through some stuff today and feeling some kind of way about their life, but it was in comparison to someone else's life. And they were wondering, has God forgotten me? Why is my life like this? And I want you all just to hear the whole story. I know it ain't gonna be no long video, but I need you to share this video. If you don't do anything else, share this video, because it's gonna be vital and it's gonna be critical. So I told her a story, and I'm gonna share the story with you. And some of you are going to recognize this situation in your own lives. So one time, where I've come from, my hometown, many years ago, in this particular city and in this particular church, there was this iconic family. Okay, it was an iconic family. And they were just considered to be the grandest people on the planet, all right? This was back in the day before, right when black folk started carrying Louis Vuitton. They started carrying Gucci. And this was the days before the knockoffs. So they were always at the flagship store in the mall buying the real stuff. So when they would come to church, they were looking like the grand folk, just looking wonderful. And so, of course, everybody in the city celebrated them. Everybody in the city thought they were just the most wonderful grand folk in the world. So shortly thereafter, I started dating the icon's sister. So one day we were getting ready to go out. I think we were going to the movies, if I'm not mistaken. And she gave me the address, and I said, okay, well, I know the area pretty good. And in that area, it's some nice houses out there, and some affluent black folk live out there, and some nice apartments. And this was an apartment complex that they lived in. So when I get there, and as with any city, sometimes you get some raggedy apartments or whatever. And these, when I drove up in, I'm like, okay, well, this ain't the best. I didn't know these were even over here, But anyway, I drove in, went upstairs. Now, in my mind, on my way over there, I'm thinking, I'm getting ready to see this sprawling layout that is going to be absolutely phenomenal in here. And I just can't wait to see it, because, again, when they come to church, they are cleaner than the Board of Health. So when she opens the door, she says, come in. Ain't no furniture. When I say there was no furniture, y'all, it wasn't no furniture in the living room. I'm like, what? But ain't what I said. I said some other stuff in my mind. So I'm looking around, ain't no furniture, ain't no artwork, ain't nothing on the wall. Look in the kitchen, it's this little ugly little table, one chair. You know what I mean? This little prison light, like a 25-watt bulb in there. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? So she says, well, I'm still getting ready. Come on to the back. I said, okay. So the icon's bedroom, because they lived together, was over on my right. I look in there, the door was open, and there was only a mattress laying on the floor. God is my witness. A mattress laying on the floor, a bunch of stuff all over the floor, a little lamp on the floor, no nightstand, no nothing. And I couldn't believe, listen, it messed me up the whole night. Because at that particular moment, I needed God to help me. Because I don't understand what I'm seeing. I am just whacked out and totally confused. So we go on through the night, and I'm sitting here trying to act as normal as possible, But this thing was really bothering me. I'm like, man, what in the world? So days afterwards, I really had to process that, because when I got back to church, I looked at how many people obviously had never been to their home to see how they lived. And I'm saying, but I know now firsthand that what I'm looking at is not true. Now, what is the whole moral of what I'm talking about today? Is that you need to stop cursing your life and thinking that someone else's life is better than your life based on a Photoshop image and an edited story. And I really want you to get that. Because they would come into the public, they were a public success, but obviously a private failure. And so when I looked at that, I started recognizing the fact that there are so many people that are able to have such a great public image, but when you get behind closed doors, they are absolute private failures. They live like dogs. Do you hear me? I'm talking about straight dogs. And so I thought about it, and really God dealt with me really heavily about it when I was talking to my friend today. And I was saying that you got to stop acting like your life is so horrible, that your life is just so pitiful, because you don't know how people are living. Okay, so all your friends are married, but how many of them are truly happy? I'm not saying that all marriages are bad. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying let's just be real about it. The folk that we think are the happiest are most miserable. When I went on the road preaching years and years ago, I would go to various cities around the country preaching and stuff like that, and only to find out that the pastor and his wife ain't even sleeping in the same bedroom. That members of the church, the deacon board members and stuff, ain't even sleeping in with their wives in the same bedroom and stuff. But yet when they come outside the house and get to the church, they look great, I'm sure, when they go to work. You know, everybody thought that they were the saved folk and they were doing well, but they were miserable. I know people who are in abusive relationships, but in public, they look as if they are doing wonderful. So my thing is, you got to stop tripping and going on about your life is so bad, it's so bad, it's so bad, when you really don't know. So here you are looking at somebody else's life, and it's been photoshopped so that you will look at them in a certain light. But if you ever get behind the scenes, it don't match. Now, how you come out the house looking cleaner than the Board of Health, but your house is in foreclosure? Oh, Lord. See, here we go. See, your house is in foreclosure. Your house is in foreclosure. But you come out the house looking like you straight out of Saks or Neiman's. And then we're sitting around looking at these people trying to act as if God hadn't blessed us. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying to you today is stop tripping over these folk telling you lies about their life and presenting you these images, and now you're not appreciative for the life you have. So what, you go home by yourself? At least you ain't going home to get beat up. At least you're not going home to a sexless life with your husband or your wife. At least your bills are paid. All right? So I don't care if life may not be just like you like it, but please do not become unappreciative and grateful based upon you looking at someone else's life like they just really got a much better life than you. I'm telling you, it doesn't appear what's going on behind the scenes in a lot of folk life. And some of you may be sitting up today saying this is a long video, but those of you who will listen will get something out of this. That you cannot sit around and judge people's outward appearance and think that they got a better life than you. When you go home, you know you got some food to eat. It's peaceful in your house. Ain't no drama. Ain't nobody cussing you out. Ain't nobody beating you up. Ain't nobody giving you grief. You know what? It's better to live alone than to live with a hellion. I'm telling you right now, I would not trade anything for the peace I have in my house. So I just looked at that all my life. I watch people navigate through life with images. And then we start drawing conclusions based upon inconclusive evidence. So what I'm telling you today is clap your hands and call God good. Because these folk are showing you what they want you to see. All right? So go home and look at your stuff. Go in your closet and be like, okay, these may not be the best clothes, but thank God they paid for them. And I ain't got to be returning them and all that stuff and keeping the tags on them and hiding the tags. Since I'm telling you what I know now. Putting tape under the bottom of your shoes so you won't scuff them up because you got to return them because you need to be all that in the public's eye. That stuff is ridiculous. Man, listen, I thank God for what he's done for me, for how he's blessed me, what he's given me. And I don't owe nobody nothing. And I ain't got to hide and sneak and play no games. All right. So you got to learn how to be grateful. I thank God for, everybody who knows me know I'm big on gratitude. So don't get it twisted. Everything that you see is not what it appears to be. I'm telling you. Until we have a next cup of coffee, have a great one. Make it a great day. And more than anything else, be grateful for your life. All right. Have a good one.